But which is the better choice? Digital or acoustic?
Tournament, let's go.
There are pros and cons to each, so in this video we'll look at my approach for using each option and the differences between the two. So I recently posted a video on my quick and easy one mic recording solution for capturing good, usable audio of live drums for demos. In that video I did acknowledge that digital drums are also a great way to get live playing into your demos if you don't want to use loops or drum software. But which is the better choice? Digital or acoustic? There's no doubt that digital has its advantages. You can work from the comfort of home, it's quiet, and by using the digital kit as a controller for drum software in your DAW, you have the choice of multiple high-quality drum voices that you can play via the digital kit. I use Logic Pro, and the setup is quick and intuitive. There are about 20 drum kits to choose from, and here's just 3 by way of example. When it comes to an acoustic kit, at first appearance it seems to be a lot more work. For this option I book space at my local rehearsal studio, I have to pack my gear and allow time to get there. Then there's the cost of the room, as well as the loading, setting up, tuning the drums, as well as the miking. By the way, this is a simple recording setup that I covered in the recent video, which I'll link to in the description. On the face of it, acoustic entails a lot more work, so for convenience alone, digital appears to be the winner. But hold on. Yes, digital offers an array of drum kits, but how many drum voices do you really need? Now many of you may say, well, I appreciate the choice and I actively use them. And I get that, I really do. So I can only speak for myself when I say that I tend to look for one signature sound for my projects, and then I tend to stick with it. So with digital, I find that I tend to use 1 or at most 2 of the kits on offer. And anything more, for me at least, leads to option paralysis. Option paralysis. Similarly, with my acoustic kit, through trial and error, I've arrived at snare drum, drum head and cymbal choices that I'm happy with, and I tend to stick with them. And so for this reason, when it comes to versatility of sound, I think in reality it's a tie. Earlier, I went on about all the extra effort of recording an acoustic kit, like going to the studio, the load-in, the setup, tuning the drums, the miking and so on. But honestly, that's half the fun. The acoustic drums are a labour of love, and making that effort is part of the pleasure. So overall, for process, I'm giving the point to acoustic drums. But that's not to denigrate digital, as sometimes I really need that convenience to get ideas down quickly and in a form that sounds good. And finally, there's no denying that acoustic drums look great. Sure, the high-end digi-drums are indistinguishable from acoustic drum shells, but at most price points, digital drums simply don't have the aesthetic appeal of an acoustic kit. So on this factor, looks and aesthetics, acoustic drums win hands down for me. So adding up the scores, acoustic drums win out, for me at least. But for demo purposes, the results are good, in my opinion, whichever route you choose, digital or acoustic. So let's check them out. I'm using a short demo where I flip the audio every few bars between acoustic and digital. So we can A/B between the two, and you can see what you think. Let me know in the comments if you have a definite preference for your recording and playing. Are you an acoustic advocate or a digital disciple? Or like me, do you mix and match according to your requirements on any given day? Let me know. And now for the shootout.
Tournament, let's go.